Every game's gotta have rules, so here's how the tournament will go. Each team fields just 5 players. The matches are only 20 minutes long, and they're played on short fields, which adds up to the action that is fast and furious. Are you ready? Because you're about to see some mad skills.
In Group A's qualifying round action, Spain and Italy advanced to the quarterfinals. In Group B, it was the USA and Brazil moving on. In Group C, it was Russia and Germany. In Group D, it was France and the UK taking the next step. Team USA made quite a statement. They began with a huge 6-0 win, beating an overmatched Netherlands, with Brittany scoring 4 of the goals.
Good job. I scored 1 hat trick and then another goal. +1.
Next, they took on a feisty team from Israel. After the scoreless first half, our girls broke things open to win 3-0, as Michelle, Nicole, and Jordan all netted goals. And in their final match, the USA fought a tough 1-0 battle with Brazil, as Jordan found the net to move the Americans into the quarterfinals undefeated and unscored upon. The results of the boys' qualifying round found Mexico and Spain moving ahead in Group A, while in Group B it was Brazil and Israel advancing. In Group C, it was Russia and Germany, while in Group D, it was France and Georgia taking the next step. Our scrappy USA boys team found themselves on the losing side of the score in all 3 matches. In their first match, it was a tough 2-0 loss at the hands of the Netherlands. Ryan's stellar play kept it close, although it was not enough for the win. Their second match resulted in a 3-1 loss against Israel. The only goal for Team USA came on a free kick by Ryan.
Nice shot.
It only got worse from there as Brazil scored 3 second-half goals to walk away with a 4-0 victory. The Americans were never able to get their offense on track, and they were eliminated from the tournament.
We got off to a very slow start. It was usually that the team that scored first always won.
Our defense was working hard, but they just couldn't stop them.
We're expecting to do a lot better.
The guys would still be busy cheering on the USA girls, who completely dominated all 3 of their matches in the first round. They're moving forward in their quest for the Jetix Kids Cup, and it's shaping up to be a fierce tournament. Right, Landon and Lori?
Looking at the quarterfinals, I see Brazil beating Mexico. In the match between Russia and Georgia, I gotta go with Russia. Look for Israel to roll over Spain and France to get past Germany. My prediction for Brazil and Israel is looking pretty good. They actually might meet in the finals.
You must be so proud. I see Spain beating Brazil, and I'm gonna go out on a limb and predict an upset by the UK girls over the Russians. Those USA girls are looking totally unstoppable. Finally, France is my pick over Germany. Good luck,
guys.
The stakes got higher in the quarterfinals, knowing that a loss eliminates them from the tournament. The Brazilian boys defeated Mexico 4-1. Georgia beat Russia 2-1. Israel won by a 3-0 score over Spain, and France beat Germany 2-1, and they advanced to the boys' semifinals. In the girls' matches, Spain defeated Brazil 3-1. The UK won in dramatic fashion over the Russians in a shootout. And USA pitched its 4th consecutive shutout with a 3-0 victory over Italy, with Brittany, Jordan, and Michelle chalking up goals for the Americans. And France beat Germany 3-2. They advanced to the semifinals. After all that non-stop quarterfinal play, it was time for some multilingual, multicultural downtime. And what better way to get together than at the much-anticipated Jetix Kids Cup International Fair? There's lots of stuff to check out as each of the participating 16 countries get to show off and share goodies particular to their homeland. I bet they can't wait to bring home cool t-shirts from Argentina, some pasta from Italy, and hey, who can't use their very own Viking hat from Norway? Now that's a memorable exchange.
Thank you. Thank you guys. I got this too.
Well, all but 4 girls and 4 boys teams have already been eliminated, and the remaining teams are about to go on to the semifinal round. But if you thought the competition was tough before, it's to get downright wicked. Let's check in with Landon and Lori.
Come on, 3 out of 4 isn't bad.
Yes, but 4 out of 4 is better, right?
Yeah, you're amazing, you're amazing. You should start your own psychic hotline now. Can we get to the semifinals? Well, I was way surprised by Georgia's win over Russia, but I think it's all over for them when they meet Brazil. And watch Israel take France to make it an Israel versus Brazil final, just like I predicted.
We'll see about that. He's been wrong before, but I haven't, and that's the way I plan on keeping it. In the semifinals, I see the Spaniards taking an easy win over the UK, but do not miss the USA girls taking on host France. Since nobody has scored on the US yet, I'm gonna say the Americans are gonna come out on top. You go, girls.
And remember, guys, even though it's cool and windy, keep drinking lots of fluids.
Right. We can't say enough about staying hydrated.
Good luck, everyone.
Hey, don't go away, because when the Jetix Kids Cup returns, it'll be semifinal action. We'll find out who plays for the championship. Will the American girls be there? You'll find out.
The semifinal pairings are set. The boys from Brazil will be playing the boys from Georgia. And it's the boys from Israel versus the French boys. On the girls' side, it's Spain against the United Kingdom, and the girls from France are matched against our own Team USA. Yes!
Our semifinals got started on a very windy afternoon with the girls from Spain cruising to a 3-1 victory over the UK. And the match everyone was waiting to see, France taking on the girls from USA. The French had the size, the speed, and the talent to knock them out. France went on the attack early, just missing a goal, but moments later, they were right back at it with a breakaway. But Cami came up big. The first half featured fine defensive plays by both squads.
Remember, this is a very quick game, lots of goals. So if we do go down a goal, it's not over by any means.
We won't go down the goal though. Let's go out there and get this done, okay?
The second half began with both teams knowing that a single goal might decide the game. Early in the half, it was Michelle with a spectacular steal. Our girls broke things open, finding the net to give the USA girls the go-ahead goal they needed. The Americans stepped up their defense, running out the clock on the French, and headed to the finals.
We're down one.
The boys' semifinals began with the Brazilians taking on Georgia. In a tight match, Brazil finally scored the goal they needed to head into the finals. And in our other semifinal, the French boys took on Israel. The Israeli squad slipped past them 1-0.
And then there were two. The finals have arrived, and we have two boys teams and two girls teams ready to battle it out for the Jetix Kids Cup title. Props to all the teams that made it this far. Any predictions, Laurie and Landon?
Well, well, well. It's the finals that I originally predicted. Brazil versus Israel for the whole... Is there a French word for enchilada? Anyway, even Laurie's impressed.
Oh, sure, Landon. Unless you blow your final pick.
I'll try not to. Talk about a tough choice. While Brazil has size, Israel has speed and foot skills. And since I gotta decide, I'll say Israel in overtime.
Could you play it more safe with your predictions? My USA girls just won a nail-biter against France. They'll meet the quick Spanish girls whose footwork could cancel out the American size. Both teams have phenomenal goalies, but I'm gonna stick with my USA girls. It might be tight, but it's the American girls. Go USA!
The boys' championship match between Brazil and Israel featured Brazil's wide-open, fast-paced game, while Israel favored a much more conservative style. The Brazilians attacked early and often and jumped to a 1-0 halftime lead. But early in the second half, the Israelis tied the score to send the game into overtime. After two scoreless overtime sessions, the title came down to a shootout.
They're still in the game.
With the score tied 2-2, Israel's goalie Ron came up huge on Brazil's final kick. What followed was a dramatic ending as Sar nailed Israel's last shot to win the boys' Jetix Kids Cup. The title match between the girls from Spain and the USA looked to be a mismatch as the American girls were relentless with their shots on goal. But you've got to hand it to Spain's goalie, Maitana, as she withstood the challenge to keep the first half scoreless. But look out, the Spanish girls came out firing in the second half with a point-blank shot that rocketed off of Cami. That had to hurt.
That one hurt. They kicked hard.
But the Americans weathered the storm and headed to overtime.
Running around this.
Early in the second overtime, the U.S. missed on this header attempt, but moments later, Spain was off and running on another steal. The shot ricocheted off the goalpost, but somehow did not go in. With just seconds remaining before the match went into penalty kicks, Haley intercepted an inbound pass
Danger.
and scored the winning goal to give Team USA the Girls Jetix Kids Cup title.
United States of America!
What an awesome way to end the Jetix Kids Cup Challenge. Excitement buzzed all around as the American girls and the Israeli boys showed off their Jetix trophies at the award ceremony.
We came here and we conquered, and that's all we wanted to do. Along the way, we have a trophy.
What's a little friendly competition without some up-close and personal time? After all this excitement, you'd think it would all soon come to an end. But there was no end in sight as everyone kept it going on the dance floor, which made for an exciting last night in Paris. After a whirlwind week of fun, adventure, and competition, it was time for the kids to head home. This journey may have come to a close, but the memories will stay with them for a long time to come. So that's it. Until the next Jetix tournament, au revoir. See ya.
USA, 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 USA. Oh, what an amazing tournament. Congratulations to the boys from Israel on their dramatic victory, and of course to the American girls. Did they pull it off or what? This has been an experience that all of the players will remember for the rest of their lives. Thanks for watching the Jetix Kids Cup. Now get out there and get your own game on, and we'll see you all next year.